Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news, so let me set the scene here because what we're hearing could truly be a game changer for the Giants' defensive front, and frankly, for their entire outlook moving forward. Rumors are swirling around a blockbuster trade that could see DeForest Buckner, the star defensive tackle of the Indianapolis Colts, make his way to the Big Apple. Now I know what some of you might be thinking. Is this really happening? Well, sources close to the negotiations suggest that the Colts, currently sitting at a 6-8 record with a cap space squeezed tight at around $22 million through 2026, are exploring options, and Buckner's name is at the top of the list for teams looking to shake things up. The Colts, who are in a bit of a rebuild mode with their defense ranking around 19th in the league, seem eager to get some draft capital in exchange for Buckner, specifically looking at second-round picks. That's a pretty significant move, especially considering Buckner's impact on any defensive line he's part of. DeForest Buckner, standing tall at 6'7" and weighing around 295 pounds, is a true force in the trenches. His 2025 season has been nothing short of spectacular. He's racked up 5 sacks, 28 quarterback hits, and 10 tackles for loss. His PFF grade hovers around a solid 90. And his run defense metrics are equally impressive at 88. When you look at advanced stats like EPA stop, which sits at plus 0.23, and pressure rate, which is at 18%, it's clear Buckner is a disruptive presence every time he's on the field. His double-team rate of 58% shows how much offensive lines respect and fear his ability to wreck plays. He's a true interior pass rusher, and his bull rush win percentage of 48% is right there among the best in the league. Throughout his career, Buckner has been a consistent powerhouse, with over 75 career sacks, earning 5 Pro Bowl selections. Even with a shoulder injury that caused him to miss 2 games, his per-game sacks average remains impressive at 0.82, and his interior win rate of 42% proves he's a matchup nightmare for guards and centers alike. His style of play evokes some of the great interior disruptors of the past, like Geno Atkins in Cincinnati during the 2010s, an explosive, chaos-creating force who can change game plans on a dime. Now, let's toss in some context here. The Colts' defense, which ranks 19th in points allowed at 26 per game, could use a shakeup. Their run defense is particularly concerning, with a minus 19% stop rate, and their overall team rebuild has led to speculation that they're open to trading away pieces like Buckner to accelerate their rebuild or to recoup draft assets. The Colts have been rumored to be exploring options to extend Buckner's contract, but with their current cap situation, trading him might be the most viable move. For the Giants, this isn't just about adding another player, it's about transforming their entire defensive identity. Bringing in Buckner would be like injecting a seismic shift into their front line, something they desperately need. Currently, their interior defensive line, led by Dexter Lawrence, is solid, but adding a player like Buckner could elevate the entire unit. His presence would significantly increase their tackles for loss, projected to jump from their current 42 to potentially over 58. That's a huge boost in disrupting opposing offenses, especially against the run and pass. Let's talk specifics because the numbers tell a compelling story. Buckner's pressure rate of 18% is already higher than Dexter Lawrence's 13%, and when you add his sack total, projected to go up by 9 with a team like the Giants, you're looking at a serious upgrade. His ability to generate interior pressure, his EPA defense at plus 18%, would help contain running backs better, reducing their yards per carry from around 4.6 to closer to 3.4. That's a game changer against divisional rivals like the Eagles and Cowboys, who rely heavily on their rushing attacks. And don't forget, with Neighbors out for the season due to a shoulder injury, the Giants' secondary has had to step up, and their defense overall has been carrying a heavier load. Forcing more turnovers, an increase of about 14, has been critical in close games. The added interior push from Buckner could further reduce points allowed, especially in critical red zone situations, and help tighten up gaps that opposing offenses try to exploit. The Giants' front seven would look completely different with Buckner in the middle. His addition could lead to a plus 23% increase in interior pressure, giving opposing quarterbacks fewer clean pockets and forcing more hurried throws or mistakes. The secondary benefits from this pressure, as they're able to sit on routes longer, make plays on the ball, and limit big plays, statistics that currently show a 15% decrease in explosive gains allowed. Now, let's consider the overall impact on the Giants' Super Bowl aspirations. The odds, which currently sit at around plus 50-0, would see a dramatic shift if Buckner joins the team. Betting markets are already speculating that such a move could push the Giants' chances to around plus 14,500, an enormous leap that reflects how much this addition could mean for their championship window. It's not just about adding a star, it's about creating a foundation for sustainable success. A player like Buckner, with his veteran experience, proven production, and leadership, can help forge an elite defensive front that rivals the best in the league. Thinking about the bigger picture, the Giants' coaching staff, led by Brian Daboll, would surely see Buckner as a key piece in their quest for a deep playoff run. His presence would complement Dexter Lawrence perfectly, allowing the Giants to deploy more complex stunts and blitz packages, keeping offenses guessing and off balance. The interior pressure he provides could also free up edge rushers like Kayvon Thibodeaux and Leonard Williams to get after the quarterback more effectively. From a historical perspective, the Giants have always been proud of their trenches. Think of their dominant defenses in the 1980s and 1990s. Bringing in a player like Buckner would be a statement that they're committed to reestablishing that legacy. It's about more than just one player. It's about setting a tone, building a culture of relentless pass rush and stout run defense. This move could resonate through the entire roster, inspiring the defensive line to elevate their game and forcing opponents to game plan around a front that's now loaded with disruption. Moreover, the Colts' side of the story is interesting as well. They seem to be in a bit of a disarray, with their rebuild not going as smoothly as hoped. Moving Buckner for draft capital could be strategic, especially if they're eyeing a rebuild that hinges on acquiring more picks and clearing cap space. The Colts might be aiming to retool their roster, and trading Buckner, who's still in his prime, could be a way to do that while still positioning themselves for future success. Back to the Giants, this potential acquisition comes at a perfect time. The team has shown flashes of brilliance this season, especially on offense with Daniel Jones leading the charge, but their defense has been the real bright spot. Improving the interior line with a player of Buckner's caliber could be the final piece to turn this team into a true contender. Their current record might not reflect it, but with the right moves, the Giants could become one of the most feared teams in the league by the time the playoffs roll around. And let's not forget, the NFC East is a brutal division. The Eagles are still the team to beat, but with Buckner anchoring the defensive front and adding more chaos in the trenches, the Giants could push for supremacy. The Cowboys, with their stacked roster, will have to contend with a more formidable Giants defense if this move happens. It's all about creating a division where the Giants are not just competing but dominating. Now, the question remains, how close are we to seeing this deal happen? The NFL is known for its surprises, and with the trade deadline approaching, the buzz is intensifying. If the Giants can swing this trade, it would be a bold statement of intent, signaling that they're all in for a playoff push and beyond. Imagine a defense with Dexter Lawrence, Leonard Williams, and now Buckner. Imagine the chaos they could create, the pressure they could generate, and the confidence they would instill in the entire team. And of course, this kind of move also sends a message across the league. It shows the Giants are willing to invest in their defense, to get more physical, more relentless, and more capable of winning those close games that often decide playoff fates. It's about building a foundation that can sustain success year after year, and Buckner fits that mold perfectly. His leadership, his production, and his presence would be felt immediately, and the ripple effect could be enormous. In conclusion, if this trade materializes, it would be one of the most impactful moves the Giants have made in recent memory. It's a bold gamble, but one that could pay off big time. The Giants' defense might just become the envy of the league, and their Super Bowl dreams could become a lot more realistic. The NFC East will be watching closely, and Giants fans should be excited about what's potentially on the horizon. This is the kind of move that could define a franchise, and it's happening right in front of our eyes. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster trade? Do you believe Buckner would be the missing piece for a deep playoff run? Or do you think the Giants should hold on to their draft picks and build through the draft? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest New York Giants news. This team is on the cusp of something big, and we're all here to witness it together. Let's keep the passion alive, and as always, go Giants.